So the next car would be, come, let's do my favorite car now, and here that it gets his deserved first place. The first reason why it's an S, it's because it's a front wheel drive car. It's the only one, and I kinda, when I was younger, kinda didn't like front wheel drive cars, or even I drove in only myself for the most time of my life. And I mean, yeah, rear-wheel drive cars are in most regards better, but this mod delivers so heavy. It's really one of the finest mods and really one of the finest cars I ever driven in Assetto Corsa. Tuning possibilities for these cars are great, not completely extremely great, but they are very solid. You can play around with gears and suspension. Um, Sadly not with Arrow, but because it's front wheel drive, the mod is very extremely good, made it from sounds and driving style. So you'll deserve for me first place, and Mind Street version, Mint, I don't know exactly how to spell it out. Please give this guy second place, that we can go for toe-to-toe battles with front-wheel drive. I can't recreate the experience that Norway Dude 93 and me had back then on Forza Motorsport Horizon. Ach, not Horizon, Forza Motorsport 4 on not Fujimi Kaido was extremely great. So give this car a second place, and put some car away if it's extremely necessary, like the MK4 and C-Class. It's a boat again, extremely great car. I mean, it's a Nordschleife car, but absolutely not made for Gunsai. Yes, you can go fast with this car, but it is extremely difficult. It is unpleasant. It is not nice. And why go with such a big monster when you can go with the Techno MRS, which is an S-Class? Because it's absolute great mod. The sound of this car, the sound engine, wow, absolutely nice. I love to drive around with it every time. Also, here would be a second slot for the car. So nice that we could make toe-to-toe battles and push against each others to get greater times and to see where the limits from each other. And yeah, you know what I mean. So let's do the BMW. The M3. The M3 is in Gunsai for me a B class, cause in a certain way it's, for its power, it feels not competitive. I don't know if I have there's something wrong with me, but I every time you would ask me if to stay competitive with, for example, the S15, which will be the next car, I would choose the M4. The power output is just 40 horsepower more, something like that. Not, I think not even that much. And absolutely amazing to drive, and that's also good to drive, but it feels kind of slow. I don't know. The times are not so great with this car one, if I remember right. So solid mod, solid to drive, but I would on any day prefer the M4 over the M3. Don't know what the big difference is. So, and here we have talk about something which I wanted to. So if you're still here and you have a deeper understanding from the mechanics from Assetto Corsa, you have to explain me something. The S15 is the fastest car on Gunsai. It's a solid A-class. It's a car, in my opinion. It drives very good. 500 horsepower or something like that, and yeah, you can do your personal best in a below 20 very easy with this car. So the second fastest car is the NSX. And now, my theory is that you have here Potenza. I think this were Potenza tires, semi-slicks. And you can go much faster with the S15 than with the S2000, because the S2000 just has semi-slicks. Is it the width of the tires, or what's the problem with the grip? Because I kinda have the feeling that Kuno's semi-slicks don't grip enough. But then comes the NSX, and the NSX just has Kuno's original semi-slicks. And damn, this car is a Formel 1 car. It has only 350 horsepower, you see it down below, and it is really, it is that quick that it almost can compete with the S15 with that power difference, because it's so fast in the corners. And is there somebody who could explain me how this happens? Is it just my imagination, or is the mod just made that way? Because it is in comparison to the other cars, it's almost unrealistic how this car grips. So somebody please tell me something. But it's great to drive, so I would say A-Class on Gunsai it's very fun, so why not? And the other A-Class would be the Z-Tune R44, if it's right. And it is much better to handle than the other GTR. And yeah, guys do solid times with this car, and it feels much better. Has 500 something horsepower. It's not the car to make the world record time, but it's fun. So for those who love the GTR and want to drive one, you're welcome to drive it on Gunsai Touge 5 with, for example, in comparison, a German four-wheel drive car, the AMG, and that I remember Mind from Street Version did the best time with this car. I think it was a 260. Yeah, absolutely great mod, feels absolutely on point. Sound is a bit low, I would say. I don't remember if it's in this cars, if you could say that it's so not noisy. Because you have, I think they work with speakers and stuff, so you can, I think you could pump the sound a bit up, but nevertheless the handling of this car is perfect. I would say four-wheel drive, perfect four-wheel drive beginner car to learn the track and not to worry too much about oversteering and stuff like that if you don't overdo it. Let's go with another S-Class car. In this case, it would be the tuned unit A86 for the race version, and this mod is so much on point. Braking, how the tires feel, and how the car behaves. It's really, I would say, realistic. So. Yeah, absolutely deserved S-Class, and I'm glad that we have an AE86 with such detail to handling in this server. I almost would say the same about the KT AE86, but it's just the case if you would put both cars in, yet now on Gunsai, I have to decide which car I would drive. Then I would go for this car, and that's why this is in A-Class. I would drive it any day, any time, if this would be the only choice. But if I have to decide, I would go with this AE86 with a white body, and that's why it is an S tier. Okay, let's do the next let's stay by Toyota for this time, and the MRS. Also a very great mod, completely on point. Sound is great, it's perfect, but the sound of the Techno MRS just is another level. You really hear the race car, and it gives you really much feeling in this manner. Not in case of realism, no, I don't will drive a Techno MRS. Much rather I will drive an MRS in stuck conditions, in the my position right now. But nevertheless, it's an simulation, and we want to simulate things. So if I have the time that I have to drive, I would go for the Techno MRS. But I would also drive anytime the MRS, even to compete just for fun against the Techno, even though I know the Techno is a bit faster, if I remember right. I could be even wrong that C1 is a bit faster. So we had yeah, this would be then the last in this case. Okay, let's do the two Evos in one row, and both drive very nice. I would prefer more the Evo 3 just because of the backfiring system, misfire, and but both cars are great representatives for four-wheel drive cars. Difficult to drive, but that is, I think that is the case in this manner. You have to adapt on these cars because they were not meant for street racing in this case, but for rallying. So the handling is a bit strange, but they work very good. I would even say a bit underpowered in comparison to some other cars, because you can't keep up just because of the power difference. So if they would get a little boost up to 400 horsepower, that would be absolutely great. And another four-wheel drive great